What are you doing?
Dude, did you just steal my intro?
Not on purpose. You put it on my lap.
The show's going now, bucko.
You put it on my lap. You just looked at them. For audio listeners, he just looked at the camera and didn't speak. So if I hadn't have spoken, there'd be no podcast right now.
Guys, it's the #1 Apple podcast in the world.
No, #1 podcast in the world.
Oh, well, I was trying to be bashful here, but by qualifying it. But
I just heard from a secret analytics team at Apple Podcasts, and they said there's not a single podcast that does better than ours. Not one.
Guys, we've got so much news. I know you're saying, but wait, there was no Apple news this week. You're gaslighting me. In which I would say maybe a little bit, but I'm mostly telling the truth. So I would recommend sticking around. We have a great show for you guys. We're talking about Apple making a TV. We're talking about new AirTag. We're talking about iOS 19. We're talking about AirPods. We're talking about how I guess we should start here. I made a video about the iPhone 17 Air.
Yes, you did.
You know, like with
great video, by the way. With a seamless ad integration, I just want to say, transition to the ad was beautiful.
You. So, as per usual, I'll do the video version, which is the full details, and then I'll make a short form version that I custom record with renders. But it's not as built out. There's not as much detail because it's just around a minute long.
Yes.
Well, I did that this time, and I don't know what the TikTok algorithm is up to, but can you read the view count on that video?
Holy fucking shit! It says 14.7 million views is what it says.
So I was expecting maybe 1 million. I don't know. That's about standard for an iPhone rumors video that I've made, and so here, okay. I thought it was just, it's just they showed it to a lot of people, but I forget. Remember, the thing about TikTok is that people can say things back, right? And I always forget that.
What does that mean?
It's more, you post a YouTube video, nobody's posting a YouTube video about your YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Usually,
yeah. The stitching thing.
But TikTok, people see a TikTok and they start making videos. So I saw this from my friend, the Apple Hub, posted this. And if you look at the time frame of when these were posted, I think this was because of my video. Because if you look at when they posted this, it said 6 hours ago, and I had posted my videos about 6 hours before that.
It's so, dude. Well, first of all, the search query is definitely you. But also, this really goes to show you a great example of how disconnected everyone on TikTok is. For audio listeners,
yeah,
this TikTok from this woman has a caption that says "Me" because the iPhone 17 just released and it looks exactly like the iPhone SE. Like, what the fuck, Apple? Except it didn't release. It didn't release.
The video,
that's not even close.
I'll clarify what I said in the video. So that's one, and then another one apparently. Me because it's already an iPhone 17 out and I'm on the 14.
TikTok, come on, fellas.
Now in the video, just to be clear, because I've been caught in hot water in the past for misinformation. In the video, I literally the opener is here's an early look at iPhone 17. So that is the hook. And 1 minute at the video at the end, I go, it's going to be expensive and release in September of 2025.
So
I also say the release date in the video.
Just to be clear, you didn't say it already released and it's out right now?
I did not say that, nor did I believe I suggested that in any way.
That's odd because it seems like quite a few people think that.
TikTok is so interesting. So
it's like
I saw that tweet.
Universe.
It is. And that's why I'm saying it's weird when stuff like this breaks out of the tech bubble. Like those two women that posted that are not watching front page tech videos.
Oh, definitely not. No.
They're not watching Apple Track videos.
They're not even
but
close.
They will. What's so cool about TikTok and what's fascinating me about it from the beginning is you can get people to care about tech if you just give it to them in a way that's different, right? Like those two women are never going to watch my 10-minute long iPhone 17 Air detailed video, but they'll watch a minute. And I think that that's really cool that I can still connect with these people in like a way that, I don't know, I just love getting people excited about technology.
I think it makes sense the way they took it, actually, because I have just now put the pieces together live on the show in front of everyone. You could probably see my brain put the pieces together like a puzzle.
I saw some smoke. Yeah.
Those women, right, and people similar to them that are not part of the tech bubble, are very disconnected from the tech bubble. If they see a video like the ones you usually put out, like, they don't know what renders are. They've never fucking seen renders. No. They don't know that. They don't know you're just out here making renders that aren't real yet. So they see that and they probably think it's real.
Maybe I need to start putting like rendering on the screen because like I thought it's obvious.
No.
I don't know. Like I don't do it to mislead. You didn't do anything wrong,
and you should take advantage of them completely.
No, I don't want to take advantage of people, but I mean that's why I say it. Like, actually, when I was recording the video, I had a take where I said, "Here's your first look at iPhone 17," and I consciously made the choice to not use that take because I wanted to say, "Here's an early look," because I wanted it to be clear that it's not out. You know, that it's not real. Okay. And it's so interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting. And
I don't think there's anything you could have said. I think it's what they saw and the fact that they don't understand that people can make those.
Let me just read some of these comments.
Bro, I'm still on my iPhone 11.
Yeah, so, bro, I'm still on my iPhone 11. iPhone 18, camera sold separately. Didn't the 16 come out last week? I'm tired of Apple. Now, I love this comment, but it's like, you do realize that there's gonna be another one. Like, it's not as if Apple said, we're done. The 16 is
I'm tired of Apple.
That's the last one.
You think like, someone should tell Tim that guy's tired so they can hold off next year?
Yeah, less cameras for more money. Honestly, who wants thinner phones? See, okay, now we're getting into like the fair comments, right? One camera is a joke. Looks like an iPhone 6. Cry emoji, pray. So I think that's good. I think people are excited about that. iPhone SE4 will be only acceptable iPhone next year. Got it? Yeah, no. It's basically a downgrade. It's literally a 7 without the home button. Has 16,000 likes.
Why are we decreasing the number of cameras? That hurts my brain. I have tried to explain this in like my own videos about how phones having multiple cameras on it is not innovation. That's not... Phones having multiple cameras on them happened because there was only so much you could do with a single camera lens. The multiple cameras are the compromise there. So it only makes sense that as we move on and sensor tech gets better, we're going to start seeing more phones go back to one camera because we're at a time in history where we can actually... That's sufficient.
Yeah. I will say, though, I think... I want to talk about this video. Okay. I wasn't really planning to talk about this. We can just use it for B-roll in the background. I bring up this video because I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong about what I suggested.
You think you're wrong?
In the video, I end with the hypothesis that because the information, which is the most credible source of all time overall,
100%.
Described this as an iPhone 10 moment, and Apple raised the price with the iPhone 10. And the iPhone 10 was an example of how Apple could push a phone to its limit, right? And be the peak a phone could be. Mm-hmm. After talking to our friend Andrew Edwards, after talking to my other friend, after talking to a couple of other people, including you, and the fact that this is supposedly replacing the iPhone 17 Plus, which is a mid-range $900 phone.
Yeah.
And the fact that it only has one camera, I'm starting to think that this is not going to be an actually ultra high-end device after all. It's going to be a mid-tier iPhone.
Okay, go ahead, everyone, start clipping this now because it's going to be really funny next year. But there's not even a small part of me that thinks that the price is high. Like, I am completely convinced that all along the pricing leak was incorrect.
My only pushback against myself now and everyone else is I feel that this phone, I shouldn't say feeling, Like objectively and physically, Apple's gonna have to be pushing some barriers to make this phone work with like, even like a A19 chip inside or whatever. I don't see how them miniaturizing more parts of the phone than before would not cause the price to go up. Like this is an entirely different chassis design. The 15 to the 16 chassis is almost identical. They're changing the camera on the back, but the actual metal part is just painted different. This is new chassis, new size screen. They've never done a 6.6 inch before, ever. So it's going to be a new screen size that they'll have to produce at a separate line. It's going to be a new camera module that they'll have to produce. They've never done a single lens 48 megapixel like they're doing. I'm sure the speakers will be slightly different because of how thin they are. Like there's so many pieces that Apple has to solve with this phone.
I have a counter for that though.
Okay, please.
My counter for said thing. And by the way, I want to be clear because of who I am. I have not heard anything. This is just all guessing. Okay?
These are two boys on a podcast.
Yeah. If I had heard anything, that's when you shouldn't believe anything I say.
Yeah, so we should actually believe you now more than ever.
Yeah, I'm guessing here. One of the biggest things, biggest complaints, kind of biggest jokes about Apple since 2007 was that they are late with features. Android gets it first. All these other phones are getting it first. And what I always say to those people is you just don't understand the scale that Apple has to work with.
Correct.
They have to meet an insane number of shipments, but they also have to try to meet every year the same price point. And that's why features are held back. I think a lot of features are held back because if they were implemented this year, it wouldn't fit under that price point anymore. I think they wait until what they're doing can fit in the price range that is necessary before launching. I could be wrong. They could just have started this year and they're like, it's going to cost what it's going to cost. Ship it. I don't care. That might be how Tim works. But I have to believe that if this is coming out next year, this has been in the works for 3 years, and that's my guess. I think that a lot of the stuff we've heard about this phone is accurate. I just don't believe that the price point is accurate. I would side with the information in saying that like this is in terms of changes to iPhone, this is a big change, but I don't think that has to mean a higher price. I don't think.
I'm searching the article just to get their exact words. So basically they said, and it's probably going to block us out. Let me just log in really fast. Can you entertain people or something? I don't know.
Yeah, no problem. We have to cut away from... I see it in the other screen.
We're in.
That was really fast.
Yeah, thank you.
I didn't even have time to entertain anybody.
I know, I'm sorry. Next time.
Okay.
Oh, wait, does it actually make the page bigger? Oh, wait, it is growing. Wait, this looks better for our B-roll. Whoa, wait, it's actually like a real thing.
Whoa, what?
Oh, I think we've maxed out. See how it like fills the whole screen now? It was slightly cropped for months. Everybody, I just want you to know this is a big moment for me. I've been trying to fix this on the show for like 6 months. Wow, I just needed... All I had to do was make my browser window bigger.
Imagine
this is crazy.
that. There's still some letterboxing, but we're close.
Let me...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Wrong way.
Yeah! There we go.
Are we maxed out?
Yeah, we're great. Oh, it's Wayne Ma. Okay. This is good news,
so, yeah,
people.
This guy is unreal. I don't know who this guy is or what he does, but he knows it.
Wayne Ma is the guy that Mark Gurman is cosplaying as.
So here's why I believe it. This is
You just let me say that and didn't respond.
I know. We got to move on.
Sam, we just had a whole Genius merch drop, and the holidays are here. It's like... How do we even have time to send all that stuff out when everything around us is so busy? You're busy, UPS is busy, USPS is busy, everyone's busy. What's the solution?
Well, here's the problem, John. We're busy too, and we've been looking for a good partner to help us mail stuff, whether it's in our personal lives or for our business. And guys, that's how Stamps.com works, acts, and accentuates your life. I don't know what to tell you other than that they sponsored this episode of the Genius Bar. Am I okay?
They need to ship you an ambulance. I think you just had a stroke.
Yeah. Here's how it works, okay? From small businesses to multi-location organizations, Stamps.com handles all your mailing and shipping needs whatsoever. They seamlessly connect with every major marketing place and shopping cart if you sell products online. Access USPS and UPS services and need to run your business right from your computer or phone anytime, day or night. No lines, no traffic, no waiting.
And also, I don't know if you know this, but stamps right now, you're getting like 89% off of USPS and UPS rates. So it's like, if you're not using stamps, like if you're just going to those stores alone, I don't know if you're a smart person anymore. 89%
it's up to
is
89%
huge.
off. It's insane, guys. And listen, more holiday, less hustle, free up time with stamps.com. Sign up at stamps.com and enter code GENIUS for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments, no contracts. That's stamps.com, code GENIUS. Thanks, Stamps, for sponsoring.
Thank you, Stamps.
Here's what's crazy to me. According to the information, which again has the best track record of any source of all time, that's like, just overall.
Okay.
This is the phrase. The slimmer iPhone could be released concurrently with the iPhone 17, expected in September 2025, according to 3 people with direct knowledge and 2 others familiar with the project. Direct quote, "It could be priced higher than the iPhone Pro Max, currently Apple's most expensive model starting at $1,200, they said." This is 5 people that know about this project said it would be priced higher than $1,200.
And it's the information, and it's Wayne Ma. So chances are they are correct. I just can't see it, dude. I can't see it.
The reason I can see it is because Apple has never done a new design like this that has not been premium. They always do a less cool design. Like at the end of the day, this is going to look sick. The marketing, the videos, this is going to be the thing that Kim K is posting on Instagram from here on out, is this super crazy thin phone, I feel like. And everybody's going to want the Air. I want the iPhone 17 Air, or I want the iPhone Air, or whatever they call it. And I know everybody's saying, well, if it's called the Air, it's a mid-tier model. They've never done an Air high price. Listen, we don't know if it's going to be called the Air, and we don't know if Apple's going to follow their rules. I'm just saying. They have never done a new design like that.
Yeah.
It has been, quote unquote, cutting edge for not cutting edge money. That's my theory. So I don't know. I'm split. I could go either way. I hear what people are saying. A lot of people. And something I want to clarify. A lot of people are saying, no, Sam, you got this confused with the new iPhone SE. That's what this is.
I've gotten that too. Yeah.
How do I say this kindly?
Okay, yeah.
Apple is not going to make a cutting edge design for $500. They are going to use a recycled chassis that they have already produced for a decade because that is how they are allowed to sell it. They are not going to give you a 6.6-inch OLED screen with 120 hertz ProMotion for $500.
Yeah, the SE line is not for you. It's not to be a new iPhone.
It's okay, yeah.
The SE is the Tim Cook special. That's just to get old tooling and everything out the door, sell it instead of taking a loss on it. And it's genius because it's a great phone every time.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be, the 6.1 inch standard OLED that's coming in March is going to be the best value smartphone of all time. Absolutely. But these are 2 different things. I understand how you're like single camera. Of course, it's the SE. I will delete my YouTube channel if this 17 Air design is the iPhone SE. I would be... There's just no way they could produce a new chassis and sell it for $500 profitably. That's the scale that they need to.
I can't believe we've spent so many minutes even giving that any attention. There's no way. I think people need to start. I just want to give everyone a heads up. I think people should let go of the notion that more cameras is better. I think we're going to start going backwards a little bit, going back to simplicity now that we have sensors that can. We had to add an extra lens because you couldn't zoom with like 8 megapixels or whatever it was. Now, so you have to compromise and compensate with a lens that can zoom further. But now, the sensor is a 48 megapixel sensor, and when I said that on Front Page Tech, a lot of people said that I don't understand how megapixels work. I hear you. You are correct. Megapixels do not tell the whole story. But when it comes specifically to the feature that would be required, which is crop zooming, has everything to do with megapixels.
Yeah. And listen, I get people saying these things. Like, I hear where they're coming from. And they're like, oh, single camera, of course it's the SE. But there's just no...
I'm really
I guess the reason
as to how they got that.
I get frustrated sometimes because it feels like people are like, oh, you don't actually spend 12 hours a day looking at apple.com. Like, I would know better than you. And I'm just kind of like, bro, like, this is my full-time gig. I don't just make a video and be like, I think it's going to look like this maybe. You know, like, everything we do is based off of, like, I spend so long reading rumors and websites and finding the best info. And I feel like I want people to trust me a little bit more. Some people sometimes. I'm just like, I would if it was a new iPhone SE, I would say that. Or if there was like evidence about that, I'd say it.
Yeah, well, that's never going to go away though.
Yeah,
people that don't think far enough are always going to exist.
Which is fair enough, bro. I'm just saying, like,
Pop off kings.
I am. Yeah, I am. I
Okay,
am trying. Believe it or not, I am trying.
So you think more expensive? Are you leaning more expensive than not?
My gut, it's so early, but yes, my gut says new design is going to be more expensive. I'm not married to that. I'm open to being wrong. This is not I'm deleting my YouTube channel if it's more expensive. But if it was, are you betting $1 on if it's going to be over $1,000 or under $1,000? I'm betting the $1 on over. For now.
Well, I'm starting to think. Can you
if
give me
more
a
info
favor?
comes out, yeah.
Can you go to my channel?
Mm-hmm. I love your channel. Front Page Tech for everybody. For audio listeners, it's Front Page Tech. He does upload sometimes.
Can you go to the iPhone Air one and go towards the end?
Yeah. You want to hear what you said?
I do. You see where the big spike is there? At the end?
Yeah.
I would like to know what the spike is.
Let's see.
So sure of this, that if this phone launches and it has these mid-range, mid-level specs that have leaked, if that phone comes out and it is $1,300, scratch that. If this phone comes out and it is even a penny more than that year's Pro Max model, I will shave off every hair on my head. I will shave my head, and don't you think I won't.
Oh, fuck. Is it too late to take it back, do you think?
No, you can't. And don't pull. Mark has it edited out either. Don't put in the description, hey guys, decided to remove an unnecessary clip.
That's a big spike.
An unnecessary clip.
That's a big spike. People have gone back to...
Wait, that's so funny.
That is...
I don't remember you saying that.
I didn't until a second ago when you bet your YouTube channel, because I was like, what would I bet? And then I was like, oh shit, I think I did bet something. What the... Okay, well...
And you were serious, too.
Oh, yeah. I will do it. I'll shave off every hair on my head. I will look terrible for so long. So if you guys don't want me to look terrible, let's root for this price to be less than that.
Well, wait,
more,
I gotta
he
hear
said.
what is the yeah, you said.
Is $1,300, scratch that. If this phone comes out and it is even a penny more than that year's Pro Max model, I will shave off every hair on my head. I will shave my head, and don't you think I won't.
I hate me. I fucking hate me. I'm starting... Okay. Well, September's a bit away. There's a lot of time between now and then. What I'm gonna do...
You're sitting, you look scared. Your body posture is changed because you realize
you think
it's
body
real?
language experts are like... He's good. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I'm going to start growing out my beard right now, make it very cool
just in
looking,
case.
because September next year is going to... You know what? I think I'm busy that month. I think I have to go away, so I don't think I will even know if that happens. I won't be around, so I'll be on vacation doing anything else.
We will see what happens with the 17. But I am very excited for it. And for anybody curious, I structured my video kind of weird. I went back and forth with I've been struggling a lot with the structure of my videos lately. I've probably been overthinking it. But my next iPhone 17 video, which will be out sometime in December. That's going to be on like, well, what's happening for all the iPhone 17s? Like, what is Apple adding? Because they are doing some of the biggest updates across the lineup. Things like 120 hertz that people have been asking for forever. Like that is happening this year.
Oh, I can't, dude. I'm so excited. I'm going to lose every hair on my head. But also at that time, no one is going to be able to complain in the comments about 60 hertz anymore. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So iPhone 17, it's going to be a good year for iPhone. 16 definitely not it, I think, is the conclusion we've made.
Speak for yourself. I have the blue one, so.
The blue one. I do actually think about it so often.
I mean, that's the first one I thought of. So if you buy one of these, you're just admitting that I was right months ago.
Stop.
I'm just saying. Right now, I can win and be right because in September, it's going to go really bad for me.
Oh no! Help me! Help me!
What's wrong, Sam?
It's the holiday season. And
yeah,
I don't know
it
what
is.
to get for anybody.
I'll tell you what. If you go shop at the store, you know what you're going to find.
UncommonGoods?
UncommonGoods. That's why today's episode is sponsored by UncommonGoods.
UncommonGoods.
Spark something uncommon this holiday with just the right gift from UncommonGoods. Listen, you're busy. Everyone's busy. It's a busy season. But UncommonGoods makes it less stressful and incredible and gives you hand-picked gifts for everyone on your list all in one spot. Gifts that spark joy, wonder, delight. And that is exactly what I wanted. You know that feeling? You ever have that feeling?
Oh, I have, dude. When you shop at UncommonGoods, you're supporting artists, small, independent businesses. Most of their handcrafted products are made in small batches. So you can shop now before they sell out, guys. They make high-quality, unique, and handmade gifts often made in the United States. They are out of the ordinary. They are meaningful, and they're that thing for that person on your list. I know it's just like, yeah, what do I get? I'm going to get him a candle again. I can tell you, your aunt doesn't want a candle for the 40th year in a row. What she wants is an Uncommon Good. And right now, to get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/genius. That's uncommongoods.com/genius for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
And a little special treat with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a non-profit partner of your choice. And they've donated more than $3 million to date.
Aw, we love that.
So thanks for that, Uncommon
guys.
Goods, and thanks for sponsoring this show.
Well, I've got some good news for you before then, okay? You ready?
I would love to hear good news. I would love it.
I don't know how to feel about this, but this is crazy to me, and I'll pull it up right here just so everybody can see this here thing.
Okay.
Did you see that Apple is thinking about making an actual TV? Like an Apple
I have been
TV
wanting this.
TV.
I think we've all been wanting this for so long. Yes, I saw Mark Gurman say that. They're evaluating whether or not they want to make one. I don't care how much money it is.
It would look... Dude, here's what I'm saying. Imagine the iPad Pro display, but 75 inches.
I mean, just alone what they did with Vision Pro. If they could give a TV the same level of care they gave a speaker, the original HomePod is what I'm talking about, not whatever they did after. That's like... I'm actually, I don't know how I would be excited for a TV, but like I'm excited to see what they would do with a TV.
Dude, it would be, and it would have the Apple TV built in, fast chip.
That'd
be kind of cool.
Why isn't the Apple TV a stick yet?
That was a rumor a couple years ago, is that they were going to do a $100
Oh yeah, it was.
TV.
Yeah, no, it's
I forgot about
still
that.
too big. It's too big now. It's so cumbersome.
It's fine. Okay, let's get it.
I'm just saying, most smart TVs are just smart. They come that way. If you buy anything else, it's just a little stick.
Yeah, but it's all laggy. Apple TV isn't laggy.
I have to have. It could like what?
When are you getting an Apple TV 8K? Is the real question.
Oh, God. I want Apple to give. Do you think they're? Speaking of Apple fragmentation, do you think they would offer multiple sizes, or do you think they would just ship one size and be like, "This is the best TV experience, 65 inches. Buy this or not"? What if it's 110 inches and that's the only one you can buy?
That would be awesome.
Dude,
actually,
yeah, that's an insta buy.
Exclusive Genius Bar announcement. I didn't know it until 3 days ago, but I'm moving.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it until 3 days ago.
So
Well,
it would be a
technically, you
good
didn't know
time
it
for
for sure
Apple to have
until yesterday.
Yeah, big announcement. I am moving again. I'm staying in LA. But I am leaving my apartment and going somewhere like way bigger. So very excited for the next year. I'm gonna have like 4 bedrooms instead of 1.
And you have to do all this while making TikToks and YouTube videos and
the holidays.
The holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one. I actually between now and today. So luckily there's some overlap. So bad for bank because I have to pay double rent for a month, but good for content because it means there won't really be like a break where my leases overlap. So I can like basically film a video here and then start moving things over like while the. I mean, when I'm at Apple Park filming is what I meant to say.
Yeah,
I don't have to destroy my Apple Park.
You slipped up.
You know,
simple slip.
I don't have to move the chair that Tim gave.
Yeah,
he
very
gave me
innocent
my own
slip up
chair.
there.
Yeah, and it's definitely not in the background of this podcast or anything. Is where I film.
I've never seen it.
That would people who suggest that makes me really frustrated. Actually,
what people
But yeah, I'm
actually
moving
suggest
now,
that you
so-
don't film at Apple Park?
I've heard that accusation thrown around.
It's probably
By our peers.
the silly people on TikTok that don't know tech stuff, right? The same people that are like, iPhone 17 is released. Them, right?
Yeah, and there's an even
all the real
crazier
Apple
reveal.
fans know you really go there.
There's an even crazier reveal happening about the place, and just it will be located very close to someone else, which is funny. Which will be revealed later at a later date. I don't know if he.
I'll just reveal it right now.
Yeah, I'm moving next to Tim Cook. I
Barack
found out about the
Obama.
house next to. Oh,
Sorry, wasn't I
could you
supposed to
imagine
say?
if I was neighbors with Barack?
That's what I thought was happening. Is that not what's happening?
No, I bought the house next to Tim Cook, bro. That's the reveal. That would be
That's-
crazy. Could you
Okay.
imagine? Wait,
if you
is that
live
house
next to
for
Tim
sale?
Cook, can you tell us if that man has a boyfriend that comes over or not?
Yeah, what's up with his love life? I want to know.
How is that man? How does he live such a private life successfully?
He really does, though.
He doesn't get in any trouble, no controversies. You don't see any of his lovers. You don't know if he's married, taken it all. You don't know.
He can
And
be practicing a vow of celibacy.
I do not believe that Tim Cook, with all the swagger and money and intelligence, is not taken.
And he's ripped as well.
And he's
Let's not
ripped.
forget that.
He's ripped.
He works out at 4 a.m. every day. When I'm going to bed, Tim Cook is waking up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he gets up and the
That's-
first
yeah,
thing he's doing
I-
is the first thing he's doing with his day is thrusting. So he's got to end it thrusting.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Like, why don't we
speaking
know
of
this
thrusts-
information?
Speaking of a thrust, are you excited about the next Apple product we're talking about?
It depends on what you're about to show me. Oh, AirTag's dose.
This is kind of cool. AirTag 2 coming in 2025. This is also probably going to be released around the time of the Mac Studio. It sounds like mid 2025. It's going to have
Similar
same design,
circular design.
but more range, U2 wireless chip probably, and then they say privacy improvements without going into a lot of detail.
Do you think? You know what? This is the number
AirTag
one
2.
Apple podcast. Yeah.
It is.
Which means Apple's definitely listening. They listen to they have never missed a minute. And since
Probably.
they watch the show, I want to use our platform for good. Apple, for the sake of everyone watching this podcast and all of your customers, can we do something about the metal on AirPods? AirTags. Can we do something about the
you're so
metal
real.
disc?
I don't
Like,
have
could
my
it
keys on me? Yeah.
any other material? Apple products look amazing all the time, but no matter if whether there's an Apple logo on it or not, if it's that scratched up so fast and so easily, that's not good. And I know it is our fault for carrying around keys or coins or whatever, but it's also your fault because you knew that's what we were going to carry it with, and you still made it out of metal.
Yeah, they really said, let's do the most scratchable material of all time.
Yeah.
They should put dude, do you think they would do titanium? That would be hype.
And it would be so light. That'd be pretty cool. Oh,
That'd be pretty cool.
Look up Look up John Prosser AirTags. The first renders that we did were a bit off, but I think if we're just images. God, no. I don't want to see me cringe.
I want to see you.
Cringe. No, I don't want this. I did not consent.
That was you, buddy.
I'm gonna go delete the video right now. It's so funny if I deleted it.
Oh my God, you made this. Oh my God, and you were talking about the Apple September 15th event.
Yeah.
Aww.
We just did PNGs.
Oh, I think I hated you at this time still.
You probably did.
Wow.
Can you go to Spike? I'm after something currently. No, not that. What's the title of this video? No. I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, can you just scrub? There's a specific thing I want to see. Yeah, there. The renders were kind of off, and to me that looks like titanium. So if we were getting titanium on AirTags, that's what it would look like.
That would be better.
It would be better.
You really nailed those renders, though. Damn.
I don't know how it was so. I know, but the materials are kind of off. But what?
Actually, I remember back in the day, you sent me the, let's call it the source file for this leak. It's 4 years. We can say it now, right?
I would never do any such thing.
And I remember I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it looked just like what we got. So.
Yeah. And also, that after this video came out, they got delayed like 4 times. They didn't come out till April the following year.
Which is crazy. Dude, that was so long ago. Let's give that a like.
No, let's not. 4 years ago. We were just talking about how GeniusBar is 4 years old. Like, dude, we're nearing 4 years old.
That's too much. I don't want to talk about it.
This is the second longest thing I've done in my life other than my own channel.
Wow.
I bet you didn't know that was what you were signing up for.
I thought I was just going on a date, and little did I know I took his hand in marriage.
When I got a text from you that was like, hey, should we start a podcast or whatever, I would have not imagined that we'd be doing it 4 years later, that it worked.
I do have some beef with you, unfortunately.
I don't want beef.
I've got some beef, big beef.
Okay, what's the big beef?
You're cheating on me.
What do you mean? Oh, the video of Recycle Bin?
Yep, look at this. He did an in-person podcast with his best friend, for real, before me.
Well, to be fair, I did one with you first.
And I'm going to cry.
I did one with you first. That's number one. But also, this is very freeing because I don't run Recycle Bin at all. Good. I'm very hands-off. And also, it has 3.9 thousand views.
That's really good for your first video episode, bro. That's why I'm promoting it for you, because it deserves more views.
You don't need to use GeniusBar. We should.
Yeah,
someone called into GeniusBar because we do it. Or sorry, not GeniusBar. Recycle Bin. People have been asking what the difference is, and I feel like it's not hard to decipher. And we say this on the next episode of Recycle Bin. If you want content, specifically Apple content, GeniusBar is the place. The only reason you would ever watch Recycle Bin, I think, is if you follow Front Page Tech. Like, there are people that know about Sam and I only through this podcast, which blows my mind still. But I don't think that will ever happen with Recycle Bin because that's not what it is. It's a community show where, like, if you're not in the community, you just don't get what's happening. So
that's really cool.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm joking, by the way. I don't actually have beef with you. That was just.
No, you're allowed to have beef. I would like it to be more substantial so that we can clickbait it.
No,
can you look mad?
Substantial.
Can you do this? What happened to your content brain? You become so passive and gentle.
It's because I actually listened to some of it. I didn't listen to all of it yet, but I was watching it, and it looks really good, and it just made me want to do an in-person podcast with you even more. So, there you go.
Well, luckily, I hear that you have a little bit more room, but also
Yes, I'm gonna have some space.
listen, I don't want to say a lot, but there is a certain special episode of Genius Bar.
Yes,
that's
we are
coming
working
up.
on we're working on something fun for, I don't want to say the last episode of the year, but probably the last episode of the year.
A Sam Kohl original. It's like one of
gonna
those
be very
ideas where
fun.
he just said it and I said yes immediately. If that helps you guys.
It's going to be a very fun, it's going to be a great way to end the year. It's going to be it's just going to be a great way to end the year. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's going to be really fun.
Can we
I
have
think it's going to be really
fireworks?
therapeutic. I don't know if you can do that in LA. Maybe if we go somewhere else in the world, like St. Louis, where they don't have any rules or laws.
The lawless land of St. Louis.
Yeah, that's where I'm
Oh.
from. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the streets have no name. You know what it is.
Can we just light fireworks off in your new house?
I mean, it'll
Like,
be I didn't buy a house, by the way.
how do
For
you think
people
that's
like
gonna
you
go?
bought a house in LA, did not buy a house in LA. I'm just renting a new spot that has more space.
A new spot that has a lot. It's a big spot. You're
It's a
in a
big- it's
spot
a-
right now.
I'm in a beautiful apartment that I am so grateful for that I've gotten to live here for a year. But it is time. Let me just say this. I have been paying for this apartment for a 1-bedroom in LA, what I will now be paying for a 4-bedroom. So
Yeah.
it is going to be a bit of a better value. It's going to enable me on my end to maybe get some stuff that I want, have some space. I'm just very grateful.
A certain stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna be very. Yeah, don't you spoil it.
I'm not doing anything. They wouldn't.
I
even
will not
give
be
me gas.
speeding in a school zone in that cyber truck. I will not
Hey,
be
you
doing
can't
it.
say that. Hey Sam, I got a really important question.
Yes, sir.
Have you or someone that you know, have they been a victim of identity theft, harassed, stalked, maybe even doxxed?
Yes. What if they were all the same person? That'd be really unfortunate.
Well, that's why privacy matters for them and for all of us. That's why today's episode is sponsored by DeleteMe. There
Our
are
GOAT
these
sponsor.
wee little gremlins that like to collect all of your data. They're called data brokers, and they're just entire teams of people where that's what they go to work and that's what they do with their day, collect your data, and then they sell it to the highest bidder, and that's how you get bombarded with advertisements, harassed with spam phone calls, all of that. DeleteMe is your all-in-one service to give you a team that fights back.
Here's what they do. You send them what info you want to get rid of. Then they do all the hard work for you. They have a subscription that allows you to remove your personal info from hundreds of data brokers. Okay?
Crazy.
It is amazing. You get a little report about what's being deleted. There's privacy reports, which is fun. It's not a one-time thing. It's a continuous monitoring, so you're always ready to go. And I just personally like to know that some of my info is off the internet. And I have genuinely, I've said this before, I will continue to say it because it is real. Since I signed up for DeleteMe, robocalls went from, oh, we're at Bitcoin 90K. Nope, no robocalls. Crashed. Market crash on robocalls, which is the kind of market I like to see for robocalls.
And you know, there's probably some people right now pretending like they don't have any issues with spam calls, robocalls. But I also know that it's election season. It just happened, and so if they're saying there's no spam or robocalls, they're lying, and they need DeleteMe.
Guys, take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe now at a special discount for our listeners. They get 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/GeniusBar and use promo code GeniusBar at checkout. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/GeniusBar and enter code GeniusBar at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/GeniusBar, code GeniusBar.
That's 20% off and 100% satisfaction. Thank you, DeleteMe. I'm surprised. You know how I know Marquez did a big old oopsie? We, on our last episode, had a discussion about it, about the things that occurred.
Kind of by
And-
accident as well.
Yeah, and yeah, we had a live reaction to a certain something.
Yeah.
And in any other time in history, if we talked about MKBHD like that, everyone would be pissed. And that didn't happen this time.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Very, Very interesting indeed.
Very interesting.
Oh,
Okay, I got one.
How many?
Go ahead.
How many episodes of Genius Bar are there to the end of the year?
I think this is. Oh, till the end of the year?
Because we're really close
be
to
one a week?
200.
It's not enough. It'll be just before 200.
Well, I guess.
I know.
I guess we're doing both.
I guess we are, dude. That's
Episode 100 was in
100
person.
Feels like yesterday when I went to your house and
it really does. I watched
we had
that the other
buttered
day.
biscuit. We went to this breakfast
I'm
restaurant.
gonna
There's
cry.
this place. I guess can we say where it was now, or do you want to?
Yeah,
not
sure.
disclose
Yeah,
that?
that's fine.
I'll just say it was in Arkansas.
Yeah.
I'll just
It was
keep
in
it broad. So
Bentonville.
it was in Arkansas. Okay, well,
Yeah.
there we go. It was in the home of Walmart, and we were really hungry one morning. As two boys getting up, and we were like, "Oh, we want some like good breakfast food." So
And we
we
took a
looked it up, and we
chance.
found this place called Buttered Biscuit, and we went there for the next 2-3 days in a row. for
because
breakfast.
unironically, it was wonderful.
It was so good.
Like, there are many words to describe food and places, but wonderful is what describes buttered biscuit.
Yeah, so we went there, and
Also
we just
beautiful
just
name.
ate that. Dude, I'm gonna be 27 next year.
Ugh. I'm
When
watching my
we
little boy
started
grow
this
up.
show, I was like 23 when we started this show, dude.
You know, when you go
And
back
you were
and
like
look
26
at
or 27.
past episodes, I think you look the most different. Like, you looked
Really?
like, I feel like
I
on
don't
this show,
think
people
so.
watched you just become a whole man, a whole person.
Let's see. Let's go back to oldest on video. I feel like I look.
My
I
eyebrows.
mean, I
are going.
obviously look a bit younger. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I look a bit younger for sure.
I'm sorry to do this to you. Oh. How can I?
I am getting old, bro.
How
I
can
am getting
I-
old. Actually, I bet if I put those clear glasses, no, I look older. That's just what it is. You just grow up, you get older. I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing then.
I don't know.
I
how to
still
do
don't.
it.
Well, I'm starting to know a little bit about what I'm doing, I think.
That is a.
Okay, do a side by side of you, buddy. You had a few pounds on you back then.
And no eyebrows. How do I do this? Damn it. Goodbye, Sam.
No, talk about somebody with a glow
I
up.
ca-
You've had a glow up, sir.
I can't see me. I can't. I'm
Wait,
trying
I'll
to
do
push
it. I'll
him
do
that.
it. I'll
no,
find
trying to
one where
push
you're.
him
There
that
you go.
way.
Wait, I got you.
Oh, thank you. Oh my.
Dude, you look also like a child.
Do I really? You think so? There was a period in Genius Bar when I got pretty big. Pretty big. Go to.
Whoa.
Can you?
Yeah, what was your peak?
I know what it was. It was in person at the Airbnb with you, Luke, and Noah.
Oh, I know exactly what episode that was.
I love this little time capsule of a channel.
This is so cool that we have this. Dude, we'll be able to show our kids one day if we ever have any. That'd be crazy.
I can't see it.
I'm trying to find. I know exactly what you're talking about. I went too far. We're getting closer.
I can
Almost
feel it.
there.
I can feel it. I can
Right
feel
here.
it. Oh my god. Let me cut away from it.
Whoa. There you are.
Oh my god.
Ah,
Like,
that
go
looks-
to when I'm sitting over on the other side, I feel like you can see better the size of me.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god.
Dude, this is so.
Look at his
I feel like-
cheek. Look at my right cheek. Stage left. Look at it. Oh. It
This
looks
is
like it
such a
hurts to be
different
me.
time. Yeah, this is such a different time in life. It's also weird to think, like, I flew home to St. Louis. I don't know. I feel like my life in
yeah.
just the past year is so different. Like, you're in a different spot than you used to be. I'm in a different
Literally,
spot.
yeah. This last year insane. The most insane year. Wow, what a I'm a porker.
I
in
remember
that.
we filmed this. Oh, wow.
Look at all of me sitting there all
Wow.
frumpy.
No, you're beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
something like
buddy.
that. Luke is beautiful.
He's always beautiful, though. It's not
I
fair.
feel like you and I are always chasing Luke.
Yeah.
Like, we're just trying to grow
really-
up to Luke's level.
Be really funny if one of us moved within 100 feet of him, wouldn't it?
That'd be really
Anyway.
funny.
Okay, I got one more thing. I'm going to let you off the hook, Prosser, okay?
What do you mean let me off the hook?
This made me really sad. I saw this on the macrumors.com that Apple, according to Mark Gurman, has no plans yet for an AirPods Max update with meaningful changes.
You know, we make fun of Mark Gurman a
What?
lot. I mean, well, I do.
Yeah. Don't put me in there, bro.
But I will say, the man is keeping this show alive single-handedly every week.
It's yeah.
Apple has no plans for AirPods Max 2. Well, meaningful plans. I don't know about you, but I read that as we're cooked. It's done.
I don't get it. Since when did Apple say we're going to start being stingy with our R&D? Let's not. We shouldn't invest $1 million in making a new pair of AirPods. That's just not worth it. Like, what do you mean? You're Apple. You're
And
the
it's
whole.
tragic.
You're the only
Look,
company
they're
that has the liberty to do that.
They're right here, and they're great. Like, why wouldn't you make them again? Imagine they make them again, but better.
Yeah, crazy idea to iterate a product and make it lighter, maybe out of titanium instead of stainless steel.
Like,
Remember when there was supposed to be the AirPods Max Sport? Remember that?
yeah, that was also
But here's
a
the
me
thing.
thing. You're welcome.
The Beats have gotten really good. They're not as good, but the Beats, like, I'm excited for Beats Studio Pro too.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I mean, these are great. They're so lightweight, and I really like what Beats has been up to this year.
You know what I think? I think AirPods Max are my most used gift of all time.
Really? I did not know you used them that often.
Yeah, yes. That's why they're sitting right there. I use them, like,
Yeah, I
right
guess
now
so.
I'm editing the documentary in these.
What?
Yeah, I edit everything in these. They're incredible. And to hear that Apple won't make another one. Yeah, see, they're
Pretty
even
sad.
charged. You see the green light?
I do.
Uh,
Wait, are those the Lightning or USB-C ones? Did you replace them yet?
no. These are special. They're a gift from you.
Yeah, but I give you permission to replace it. With
And
the
they're
USB-C
beautiful. They're
version.
the better blue color, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They even messed up the colors. That's
And the
crazy.
my headband is nice and supple. My headband is so supple that it made it into one of your videos.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Like, these are exceptional headphones to me as an audio
Yeah.
guy. And to know that they delivered that and still don't think it's worth doing again.
Yeah, why would you work so hard on something and never change it? What?
Do you think they really just didn't sell?
I think they're too expensive. They should be like
They are.
$499. I don't know. $549 is a little much. They should be $499. They should have the H2 chip. And that's all people really want, I think, for better bass response and improve sound quality a little bit. Like, it's not too much to ask.
There's a specific sound signature that these have that no other pair of headphones that I own have. And I don't even know how to describe it.
agreed.
But I feel like anyone that has them, you know what I'm talking about. This is like AirPods to me are up there in terms of my favorite Apple product. I've never had problems with AirPods. They've been magic since the first time I got them. I
Very good.
personally, I love the sound signature of AirPods Pro, especially for how small they are. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And to be so good at something and not want to do it, it hurts my everything.
I don't get it. I do not understand where
I
that
have
logic
never
comes from at
tried
all.
Beats. Okay, so the ones you're wearing right now, how similar? Like, if you had to give me a percentage, what is the percentage compared to AirPods Max? Like, how close does it get you?
60%.
Really?
Yeah.
That
Over
is
half. But the sound is not nearly as good. The transparency mode is way worse.
okay.
And the noise canceling's okay. I don't really use it that much. I'm not a noise canceling guy, but yeah, it's sad to see. I mean, listen, they're super lightweight as well. Like, they definitely give me a headache less, but you know, it's still just, I just want to use AirPods Max. I want to use my $500 headphones. Honestly, I rebought them to use them for the show, and then I have to use Beats now because
Yeah.
Apple doesn't let me use them with, like, there's no cable
Do
you can
you
connect
use
anymore.
them though,
So
like regularly?
I can't. I haven't used them at all since I stopped using them on the show. I haven't been
Really?
traveling. And you can't really wear them with the Air. You can't really wear them with the Vision Pro. Like they don't fit properly. You wear AirPods Pro 2 or whatever.
I feel like
honestly,
I
I
can
haven't
sense
used
Andrew
it.
texting us right now. Just no. Sam's correct. We accept no other answers. Thank you very much.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I wish was different,
You don't edit in
but
them?
it's not. No, I edit on the speakers you got me.
No. Well, I edit on my speakers as well, but you got to do both. When I'm editing,
No wonder you upload once every 2 months.
because every time you're uploading a video, I'm still listening to mine, just in a different way. I listen to every video all the way through with my speakers, with AirPods Max and AirPods Pro. My speakers, because they're the best. I think I have a whole Polk audio system that way in a theater, and these speakers are my favorite that I own.
Wow.
But they're made to be amazing. So I like to listen back to what I'm making with products that I can guess pretty well that people will be hearing it on. So I like to judge it with AirPods Max and AirPods Pro. I edit all the time. Like my first cut of edit and like when I'm actually making changes to audio, it happens in these every time.
Really?
Yeah,
That
speakers
is
second.
so interesting. Wow. Did not know that about
Highly
you.
recommend editing
Okay.
with AirPods. To you, Sam.
Noted, bro.
Not to the audience. Don't listen.
Not to. I love Notion, who sponsored this episode of the Genius Bar, and you want to know why?
I know a lot of reasons why, but what's your favorite?
It's Notion AI, man. It's a cheat code for running a business. We've got all these
kinda
docs and details and stuff that we need to search through for scripts and videos that we work on. Notion is this database you can make for your own little company with all these little docs and stuff, and then they got this little AI that does it all. It searches across Notion and other apps. They generate docs in your own style. They analyze PDFs and images, and you can chat with Notion AI about anything. You could say, hey, tell me about this document. It'll say, let me tell you about this document. It's that incredible.
It really is. It helps your whole team stay together, collaborate, make sure your thoughts are all in one place and taken care of. That's already a win, but Notion AI on top of all that is incredible, especially when Notion AI is designed to protect your privacy. That's why I suggest you try it. And guess what? You could try it for free right now when you go to notion.com/genius. That's Genius Bar, missing one word. That's all lowercase letters, notion.com/genius to try the powerful, easy to use Notion AI today. And when you use our link, you're supporting our show. That's what, Sam?
Notion.com/genius.
Thank you, Notion. I feel like I want to give, if people are this far into the show, I'd like to give them a little special
Finally.
something.
We've
What?
all been waiting for this.
I'm not saying
ahead.
shit other than this past week, Sam was interviewed for a certain documentary, as well as
Yeah,
Luke.
but I also just want you to know, and I mean this. If it does not fit in or something fits better, I will have zero hard feelings if you cut it. Like anytime you're a part of a project as big as what you're doing, I have zero expectation to actually make it in the video.
I have. You know what? I appreciate that. You're a real one. But I would also
No,
say,
I'm
you're
dead serious.
already in
Like
it.
genuinely, if I watch it, I would not. Okay, well, I just want you to know,
Yeah.
like, if you are like, hey, I needed to cut it for X, Y, Z, I would be like, I respect your
I
decision
wouldn't have
as a
asked you
director.
for your time if that was the plan.
Okay, but I just want you to know that there's zero pressure if somebody else says something that you're like, I like that better, fucking cut it, bro. It's about the project. It's not about me.
I think when you see
It's
the
about the
edit, it'll
vision.
make sense. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I have no context other than the questions that you asked me. And I have
And
no idea like
thoughts?
how it's gonna fit. They were great questions.
Yeah.
When are you gonna announce what it is? When are you gonna announce what this hour documentary that you've been working on is?
Well, we are. I think we may tease on Recycle Bin, but like not.
See that you guys gotta go subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
But that's
below.
the thing. That's like the. That's what to me. That's what that show is for. It sounds. I feel like I'm minimizing it that way, but that's what it's like. To me, that's what that show's for at least our community. I will say though that I am very excited for people to see you in a bit of a different environment. Not just
I would agree with
physically
that.
seeing you, but like I genuinely think that the project is not the same without you.
Well, I appreciate that, first of all. Thank you.
Of course.
Second of all,
We're in that part of the
are
podcast
you-
where we love each other.
are you... you're in the video, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
You
will
opened
say,
that,
out
so-
of any video we've done, I'm in this less than any other video that's gone out. Yeah. Yeah.
What could it be about? We'll have to see.
I think GeniusBar would be a cool place to do the trailer. I need to like have a concrete launch date before I do something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just like I'm trying to reward people that stick with us in every avenue. Everyone will eventually get everything dropped like on the main channel. That will happen. But as we work on it, as we get closer to finishing it, I feel like the geniuses are like family. You know, the people that watch us are our videos separately, but then come here also and watch us for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, 4 hours sometimes. Our longest show ever, 4 hours for Vision Pro.
That was crazy.
What a tragic thing that happened with Vision Pro.
My head hurt so bad. I had the worst headache in my life after that.
But the episode is beautiful because it all unravels in real time. Like, I don't know. We've done a lot of really good episodes in person. One of my favorite episodes of anything I have ever done is when you, I, Luke, and Noah were in the theater.
The theater. That's if you guys have not watched, if you're like new to the show, if you want to just like laugh,
What's the
there's a
title
really good
of it so we
episode.
can just make sure they
John and I drank vitamins as we were. And
It's an
honestly, the news is
incredible
outdated.
episode.
No, I rewatched it the other day, and I was like, "This holds up."
I rewatched it recently as well. That's how I remembered it.
And-
It's literally called The Craziest Episode Ever. Ends in disaster.
and it holds up.
Oh, yeah. even still.
Yeah, we'll link that below too. I gotta start linking stuff. I always forget that's like my job.
And that's
as a
one of those
description
episodes
guy.
that was just like, yeah, there's some news, talked about in that, but that it's kind of evergreen in that it's just kind of full of shenanigans and not much else.
It's very fun.
Oh, man.
Good
I love
times.
that
All right, well, we should go. We should stop keeping them. You guys are free to go now. Class dismissed, and that's all I have.
I'm sorry. I just saw the thumbnail for the episode and I remembered like a certain moment, a certain T-Rexy moment.
You did so well editing that. Oh,
You
what
were a
fun- what
T-Rex
fun
and then
show.
a snake, all in the same episode. Two very different things.
It's fun. Well, guys, we'll see you soon. We appreciate you watching. We are almost the next episode going to be in probably December, which is nuts. We've made it another year almost on this earth. Happy Thanksgiving Day.
Oh yeah, happy
I'm supposed to
Thanksgiving,
dress up
guys.
as a turkey. I think is that next week. I guess I dress up as the turkey.
It's gonna have to be.
Yeah, yes. we gotta redo it. We gotta redo it.
Do you still have it?
Of course, I have the turkey.
Okay,
costume.
just
I've got the
making
elf
sure it didn't
costume
get
too,
lost.
bro.
I should
gotta
have
dress
known
up as
because you
Santa in
had
like a
lights
month?
that were in a box for a year. So I should have known you wouldn't have gotten rid of the turkey costume.
I did. He did get me to take a light out of a box that I had sitting in my apartment for a year.
I just
I don't
don't
wanna talk
understand.
about
And
it.
you had
I'm
a
still
really
mad.
good C-stand.
Yeah, it's behind me.
Just
You can't
not
really
being
see it, but it's
used.
back there. Yeah.
Oh. Can we give them any hints to a certain GeniusBar episode?
We already did. We said it's going to be the last one before the end of the year.
Okay, that's the hint.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the hint. For now.
For now.
Yeah.
Okay. We love you guys very much. Thank you for spending
we love you.
another week with us. We'll see you next week, hear you next week, and hopefully Mark Gurman saves us again.